everyone! Welcome back to the channel. What's good? This is SilverHyena, and for today's video I am very excited, not only because I have found these, but I also have some new lighting. Look behind me. It's a small one, but I now have a ring light. Does that make me an official YouTuber? Gosh, I hope so. I am just super excited. I finally have some new lighting after over a year, so I am really hoping that this improves the quality of my videos. Anyways, let's get on to those markers I just showed you. I just teased you with. I am so excited! Okay, so hopefully I didn't scare you all away with an over-exuberant intro, but I am honestly really excited about having a new light, because I've been using the same old, what I call stage lights for over a year now, and I finally have something new, something to bring more dynamics to my videos, so I'm super hyped. Anyways, on to these. These are Azure alcohol-based markers. I found these at Walmart. There was 13 total pieces, and these were $10. Okay, I'm rounding up. They were like $9.97 or some obscure number. They were $10 at Walmart, of all places. So these are probably the cheapest, or some of the cheapest alcohol-based markers I have found on the shelves. So I am really excited to try these out. So let us begin. I need to flip to the right page of my beloved sketchbook. And yeah, ooh, something happened here. Oh no, that's just like dust or something that got in the way. Ooh, I was worried that my beloved sketchbook had gotten an infection of some sort. So, as always, I've got my little protector screen down. Ooh, there's still some smudging on the paper, but luckily this is just the swatching and gradients page, because as you all know, we love gradients on this channel. Now that that is all set up, let us commence with the unboxing. Oh, and of course there's tape. Just a minute. I think these scissors are slowly becoming a staple on the channel. Post below, do you look forward to watching me break out the pretty pink and purple scissors? Yep, got more. There we are. Okay, oh boy, we've got a colorless blender. Yeah. Or, as I prefer to call them, a lightener, because that's what they do rather than blend. Alrighty. So, my overall thoughts, this is pretty nice packaging. And the markers, they look very similar to the Firefly. Like, they're not quite as elegant as the Ohuhus, but they've got the triangular barrel of the Firefly markers. And you got your bullet tip right there. And chisel. So, like, the packaging is very elegant, and the colorless blender certainly stands out. I mean, one of these pens is not like the others. So you've got red, and then you've got color name, and then a color ID. Now then, so far, like this, like when I saw these on the shelves, I just snatched them up because, hey, right now, you go to any store and you look at their arts and crafts section, it is destroyed. There is nothing. Because everybody is bored out of their skull and snatching them up. I like the color goes down nice. Listen to that. For those of you hoping for some ASMR action. Okay, so that is a good block of color. And, oh yeah, we've got bleed through, so always have some sort of protector sheet. And now let us so the chisel, nice and sturdy. It does look like there could be a bit of edge bleed, but oh well. Anyways, I'm gonna swatch out the rest of these and it will be just like magic. Here, hang on. Okay, there we go. Here are your color swatches. Still got. Overall, the color selection is pretty nice. I can really appreciate that they threw in some neutrals. I mean, it's only 12 colors plus a blender. And I can see that as it dries, there's a little bit of a kind of a grainy texture. I want to call it grainy. I mean, for $10, I'm not exactly expecting the reds. But overall, they went down pretty nice. And despite a little bit of graininess there, I mean, they're not like my beloved Ohuhus or the cream of the crop Copics, whatever. But we've got another test that I'm sure that you're all anxious about, because you know what we love on this channel, right? We love gradients. So let's try one out. Now then, my color options are pretty limited, so we're gonna have to make do. Let's try this. Got this wonderful, wonderful light green. There goes the dog barking again, as per usual. I do like this blue. That is a wonderful color of blue. Just enjoy that sound. That ASMR. So I'm gonna try this again, but I'm gonna do something a bit different. I'm gonna do it with a chisel this time. Okay, so it looks like after you've given it a chance to just kind of sit for a while, it does start to blend into each other. I mean, it's not the greatest blend in the world, but you can at least do some, so that's better than nothing. And can't forget about this beauty. Haven't tried this out yet, so I'm gonna just do half. And as I suspected, it's a color lightener, not so much as a blender. However, sometimes you might want to lighten up the colors, so I definitely would not say it's useless. It's just not really a blender. And use the chisel tip on this one, because that's what we started with. Okay, and I guess you gotta be careful of a little bit of smearing. This red is very, very, very pigmented, and it kind of dragged over there, but that's okay. These are just the test phases. However, it is time to put these to the ultimate test, and you know what the ultimate test is? An actual drawing. So let's get to that. Okay, so now that the base line art is complete, I'm gonna finish off with some of these Crayola Colored Pencils that I just had lying around from an earlier video, so why not? I'm gonna set these ones aside. Move over. Just a sec. By the way, I've said this before, but just in case you're new to this channel and my videos, and me in general, consider investing in a lightweight paintbrush of some sort, just because so nice for getting rid of those eraser crumbs and any colored pencil crumbs. However, I am also given to understand that makeup brushes will perform much the same way. So now that I haven't tried that out myself, however, I do plan to one of these days. So keep that in mind. Alright, there we are. Darkened up the line art just a bit. Hang on one sec. So time to bring in the stars of the shoe. And I've got my little piece of scratch paper here for trying out some different techniques. And I'm not quite sure how I want to approach this. I might just start with the little jewelry pieces first and see how that goes. There we go. Oh, just listen to that. Here. Just love the sound of a marker on paper. Now, since my color selection was so limited with the markers, I did make the executive decision to incorporate my Crayola Colored Pencils for some of the shading and accents on this piece. But now at least you also know that these markers play well with other art supplies. Yay for mixed media! But I'll just come right out and say it. I have been quite unfair to colorless blenders, or color lighteners if you prefer. And when your color selection is as limited as it is with this one, honestly, you need all the help you can get. As you saw from the initial swatches, the colors are very bold. So what I did was I used the color lightening properties of the colorless blender to my advantage, lightening up certain areas by intentionally diluting the color. Also, I'd like to mention here that alcohol-based colorless blending markers are wonderful for blending colored pencils. Overall, I'd say that a combination of easy accessibility and tiny price tag make these markers worth a try. Although I will still recommend Ohuhu's over them any day of the week, and twice on Tuesday. The somewhat triangular grip is nice. It's easy and comfortable to hold, which is a wonderful quality in an art utensil. Yes, I am also well aware that I have done several blue foxes already. Ironically, most of them were also fairies. But among the colors in this set, that wonderful light blue just stood out. So I knew that I really wanted that color to be front and center. The gown was more complicated since the one purple that came in the set was very dark. Even the colorless blender wasn't enough to lighten the purple as much as I would have liked. This is where the Crayola Colored Pencils really helped. In the end, I'm really happy with how it turned out. And the blender really brought everything together. The only color that I didn't really use was the brown, just because I felt that it didn't really fit in here. Overall blending, be it with themselves or with the colored pencils, is alright. Not super spectacular amazing, but also not downright horrible, don't even bother. It's just alright. So what do you think? Would you try out these markers? Post below. You know that I always like to hear what you guys have to say. Okay, so overall thoughts? These markers, they're definitely in the okay category. Perhaps not the greatest, not the worst. But, I mean, for a very limited set plus a colorless blender, let me rephrase that, a colorless blender, blending my words more than the colors, I swear, it's not a bad set. I mean, if you want to get into no, wait, these aren't even brush markers. These are just alcohol-based markers. See, I'm getting everything all mixed up. If you just want to get into alcohol-based markers, but you don't want to wait for any shipping, yeah, sometimes that's me. But yeah, if you happen to find these on the shelf at your local Wally World, check them out. I don't think you'll be too disappointed. And as you have just seen from this video, they do lend themselves well to mixed media pieces. If I had to give them a numerical rating, I would say that maybe a 5.5 to 6 out of 10 would be fair. Like I said, they're not amazing, awesome, I'm in love with them, but they're not terrible either. My biggest issue is just that the 12 colors on their own really isn't enough. And I'm not counting the colorless blender as a color. While it can help in some instances, I just like more colors, but that's just me on an individual level. Sometimes the best way to really know is to get yourself a set and try it out for yourself. Let me know in the comments, have you ever seen these markers before? Do you want to try them out now that you know about their existence? Post below. As always, I love to hear what you guys have to say. Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have for today's video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, let me know, what do you think of the inclusion of the ring light? Do you think it helps? I noticed a bit of a difference. Maybe not huge, ginormous, but yeah, I noticed a difference. So I'm just really curious to ask what you guys think. I know I'm asking a lot of questions today. Anyways, this is SilverHyena signing off. Stay creative, everybody.